Alright, welcome back to another episode of Check the Tape. This is MasterJoe, KQSFL. These games are from Monday, October 17th. Whiteboard sets. We've got Jabin versus Malloy. Interesting set here. Jabin usually playing Speed Warrior, but playing some Queen today. On gold side, we got Jabin, Fez, Kyle, new guys Jake and Chris. Then on the blue side, we've got Malloy, Alex, JC, Joe P, and MasterJoe. So for these kind of footage reviews, check the tapes, footage review of various games locally here in KQSFL at Glitch Bar, where the whole goal is to kind of take a look at the footage and basically just break it down and understand what worked, what didn't work, and how we can make some better decisions, get some good games as a scene, and pull our game IQ up together. So, getting into this one, we're on day. Let me actually go back here and check the opener. Because the opener, I think they did something kind of interesting on blue side. They obviously won it, but let me see how. Yeah, they kind of, well, I guess they win it because gold kind of overcommits. Gold kind of overcommits to it. Like they have, yeah, okay. So they have some folks go down for the bumps. They actually are in the right position. Blue opened a little bit weird with this blue skulls hanging back in this position to drop straight down and then kind of come over the top. That's a bit strange. Usually you'll want to open like gold side does, where everyone kind of off the bat splits like this. However, gold messed it up a little bit in that this player gets up safe. Usually there's a second player that's gonna bump from the same position because they both get here at the same timing and kind of both get bumped by that stripes. And in doing that, they both get put in the same place, and then that kind of prevents them from getting over here to do it much of anything. But they're both here now, and it's kind of like, all right, well, what do? We don't have any berries. You know, we can't even fake getting up at this gate, and they just kind of get left out in this no man's land of nothingness, trying to figure out, okay, what do we do? Where do we go from here? Abs gets killed, and then Checks is kind of like, all right, what should I do? And then decides to not get up, decides to like try to bump, which is, again, like a long time to do a disrupt. If I'm Checks at that moment, like I'm gonna get on the snail, at least draw some warriors down and kind of do something to get out of there. But having a berry dying in that moment actually sends it up in between the queens, and gold queen loses a life for it, pushing it against the blue queen. So a little bit odd. Definitely blue wins that open, but very unconventional, a little bit strange. I would say in that moment, it's gold team having a better clear plan on who's going where at the beginning to decide, all right, I'm going to drop down low, get the berry, I'm going to get up at mid, I'm going to go to the far gate, try to disrupt, and then like there needs to be a timer. Well, not a timer, but just like a situational awareness to understand when the disruption opportunities are over. Like there were definitely no more disruption opportunities on the left gate here, right? All right, so blue pretty much has the entire map as a result. They've gone full mill. Interesting strategy on day map. We ran this in KQSFL, or KQAF in Jersey, the Jersey tournament. Ooh, okay. All right. Well, good job from Jabin. Just holding. Malloy going down a little bit uncharacteristically. Oh, catches the leak out. Yeah. Gotta watch that, but great job from blue Checks recognizing that. And now, I mean, it's still a wipe. Oh my gosh. All right, that shouldn't work. But whatever. Weird game. Weird game deserves a weird finish. That should definitely not work, but whatever. I was gonna say that blue team's doing a good job, like trying to keep this warrior in check, keeping them in the box. And I mean, blue's got all the gates, right? So if I'm gold, I'm behind. I gotta tag these gates. The snail is out. Like I'm losing on every front. Objectively, the eggs. This is a good leak. Almost gets the kill there. Just comes out a little bit too far, but no big deal. If you just cap this, that warrior that thinks you're leaving is gonna run right into you. But odd end on the other game. I think what blue Checks is going for here is, trying to wait for the opportunity when the queen's going to dive down and try to tag the gate. and then you rise to the ceiling of that at that moment to basically put pressure on the queen because she's lower than you, and then maybe she runs into you, or at least she freaks out and bugs out and gets out of there, right? But in that case, just kind of catches a turn or a glance or something, and it gets the kill. So okay, cool. Weird game, fast game. Let me scrub this forward a bit. All right, night map. So what are we looking at here? We got drones on the inside. The inside drone play is interesting because from here you can do one of two things, and you don't really know what they're going to go for. They can drop down and, you know, grab the berries here, try to make something happen, either at the mid gate or dropping further down to the snail or the side gates, or they can jump up and get in this little kind of gap area here and try to make a tricky jump from the gap to the safe gate platform. That's a jump you can make. It's tricky. You have to jump kind of at the last moment. Otherwise, you'll bounce down against this kind of ceiling over your head and go down, which you don't want. You want to be able to jump up through here. The reason why that's good is because if you ever have these drones, these guys are trying to go up, get the berry, and then come back to their gate or go over to the other gate. So imagine if, in this case, let's say blue stripes a little bit further back. Well, no, I'd say maybe Ab is going to go for this. They would jump, you know, before the countdown, get through the gate, jump up here, and in that moment, blue checks will have jumped up, and probably, if they're fast enough and they like jump the gun, they'd be probably fast enough to get a berry, but not to come back, because now they've got gold abs to worry about, and they're going to bump them out. So they'd have to go over to this side. But the trick there is you already have a drone who's doing the same thing from this side, so they can't go here, you know. So now they've lost their vanilla. So that's kind of the strength of this middle open. Then we've just got two drones on the sides, which are going to go for those bumps, which again we already know we don't really need. And they just kind of stalemate. They just look at each other, right? So like, unless you're going for double speed there, it's kind of like, what's the point, right? Okay, and blue does go for double speed. So that's good for them, because then they're going to have two speeds up. But you don't need, in most cases, one good speed warrior or one good drone should be able to get here and stop an invader. If it's just one drone that they send over, the only time you ever need a second person is if they send two drones, which is like a huge waste. No one's going to do that. So let's see what happens in the middle. They both go for the mid. They drop down. Neither one of them actually gets up vanilla. Then we have a bump contest at the mid, but gold's going to get both of those up, vanilla and speed. And gold is going to get their 3 though. Nice. So blue's going to get their 3. So blue still wins the open here. And they win it in such fashion that they're going to be able to, let's see, run some speed snail because they got double speed at the beginning. So that's good. Nice. Good run, good awareness. Cap in there to just kind of put pressure on the pressure on the snail. And this is looking really good for blue. The snail's already off the rope. They're killing warriors. Gold is wiped. So now gold's got to get some warriors up, right? Nice catch. Blue queen bouncing a bit there. And I like that gold has put in some berries. Like, I've liked that they haven't just abandoned berries to try to just everybody get up. Like, it's been a bit tough because blue's warriors have been up this whole time, right? And they haven't been able to get anybody at the gates. Ooh, barely going to squeak somebody up. Ooh, gold queen just hanging on to life there. Big kill by gold skulls on the right side there. But the snail pressure is continually moving, and I like what blue checks is doing here, right? Got some snail, realized that they couldn't push it anymore because the threat of gold skulls, just goes up and gets speed. Alright, would not get on the snail in that moment. Maybe got stuck. Blue skulls. But look at gold checks, right? Just doing other stuff. Snail's coming back, but it's slow. No huge deal. It'll get back up, dies immediately. But the thought process of, hey, I can't push snail, let me do something else, that's important. Now, gold is doing fantastic. They've completely turned the game around. Let's see how that happened. All the gates right now are blue. And gold has one warrior. Gets one kill over the side. And it starts with this skulls, right? Opening it up. Gold's going to come down. Oh, blue queen leaves. Blue queen leaves and doesn't contest the gate anymore. That gate should have been contested here, right? Because what is gold queen getting down here? Like, she's chasing this, you know, gold stripes to go to blue gates. Like, nothing is going to happen here, right? So you stay up here, you fight this, you prevent that form maybe, at least contest it. And then you still only have one warrior to do it with a snail that's, I mean, practically kissing the basket, right? Sometimes you have to make that calculated play to think, where can I make the most change? You know, is it chasing the drone, or is it just staying here and, you know, holding a gate? Oh man, so okay. So they lose a warrior here. Blue checks goes down. No, blue skulls goes down. Then blue abs goes down. Now it's a 1-1 warrior game. But gold has 2 out now. And on this end, gold stripes is ledge guarding. Now, all the action on the map is on this side, right? Gold is rightfully so pretty much invested on pulling that snail back now. But the queen, again, leaves the gate. Oh man, leaves the gate so we don't get that form. That was a free form on abs right there. Right? Right here. Just turning, boom. Because where is everybody else on the map? On this side. Now, if things get heated in the heat of the moment, it's hard to, you know, you lose sight of things. But definitely an opportunity there to get another form up. They're going to get speed on the side. Little mistake there. Gets caught. No big deal. Oh, man. Warriors just going down. Like, they're getting up, but they're going down immediately. And that's really putting blue in an awful, awful position. On last life, the only good thing going for them right now is that they did so well on the snail that they have all this progress that gold is still just trying to erase. But last life, 3-1, and they're in disadvantage. So this is tough, right? In this moment, you have to recognize what you have. Blue has the speed gates, and they've basically stopped all of the pressure on berries from gold, right? Gold hasn't tried to run berries because they're in this 3-1. They've been trying to pull the snail back with the pressure of the warriors, but now the warriors are going down. Okay. So blue's in a bit better position now. They have the warrior gates at least, and gold is wiped. So in this moment, yeah, everything to just keep those warrior gates down, keep the queen under pressure. Look at the positioning too, right? Like, you have the queen here. This is the best spot for a queen that has the control of the gates, at least the center gates, to be. You don't need to go and do very much when they don't have any warriors and you're in the best place to guard the warrior gates. And like, this is almost perfect. Queen's at the top, warriors are down low. Queen watches this because this is the area that the queen can get into and that's high and has a ceiling. The warriors watch this spot because the queens aren't going to like form here. You know, you have more room to dive under and pop drones and keep it moving. So this is great positioning. Let's see how it breaks up. So she dives up and sneaks through, and then the warriors, for whatever reason, they leave. They leave this area. They're chasing drones. They're diving down. They're trying to kill the queen. They're losing their position. Just stay here. Just stay here, because you stopped this from happening. And they had it. They had a warrior here, queen up here. They had the lock, but they just moved around to not really do very much, right? Maybe they killed a drone. Big deal. They're getting a warrior up now. Right? Maybe 2. 2 warriors. 3 warriors they're going to get up from that one moment. And now all of a sudden, what's happening? All right? Another warrior goes down. It's a 2-2 now. Here's a pinch opportunity. Another warrior goes down. Now they're in disadvantage. Meanwhile, gold queen doing a great job keeping the gates locked up. Now, what I'd like to see at this moment... Oh, well, the kill happened. So, wow! I didn't even see that third warrior pop up. So, was it gold skulls? Gets up on the left. Good hold, by the way. Just knew he had it. Wow, straight from the gate and just baits down and comes right back up. Queens don't expect this. This is something you can do as a warrior. The queen is here. They're thinking, I am the all-powerful queen. I'm on the ceiling. This warrior cannot challenge me. So, like, and the warriors usually think, yeah, dude, you're right. I can't challenge you. I'm going to leave and do something else. So this warrior, knowing that that's the interaction, right? That's what the brain is of both of these people, and they're both correct, right? That's what they should be thinking. Look at this. He's in the box already. Like, this isn't good. I should leave. This is bad. So I'm going to leave. Dives, starts making the motion to dive down. Now, obviously, in this moment, blue stripes could have helped that, but I think the psyche there is that everyone thinks Gold Skulls is going to leave now. But Gold Skulls knows exactly what he's going to do. He's just baiting this, waiting for the queen to dive down, and then whoop, comes up. And the queen sees it, but a little bit too late, and then it's over, right? All of that happened after this moment was lost, where you have blue checks watching this gate, blue skulls or blue stripes kind of watching, you know, this gate over here, and the queen holding this position. Once this positioning, right? Once that broke, the game was over. That is what allowed gold team to come back and eventually one of those warriors to get that last kill on the queen. And your queen's on last. You need to be playing a conservative game. You need to be locking. You need to be holding. Let the snail do what it's going to do. They don't have any warriors. You'll get one more and then stop it easy. Like, just get your third back up and let it ride. But the position broke, and then everything went bad for blue team. Everything. They started dying, but it all starts from there. And think about it like this too. Say blue does get a kill on the queen, right? She's got all of her eggs. It doesn't matter. The game doesn't change at all. Like, she has another egg in the pocket. She's safe. She's chilling. The only thing that they needed to do, blue team, right? Stay alive, lock in that snail. That's what the focus needs to be. But it gets noodle-brained and we start moving around too much, right? So, really looking at those opportunities. When you have advantage, you got to do everything you can to keep advantage. And a lot of times we throw our advantages away because we change our positioning at the wrong time or for the wrong reasons. That's a telltale, you know, fall of blue team there to illustrate that for us. So great job, gold, recognizing queen eggs really coming in, and then the players getting up, taking advantage of their newfound, you know, strength and momentum, really turning that game around. All right, dust map. What's the open? Speed and a middle. This is, I don't know, this could be a warrior, right? Two vanillas. Maybe they're running berries here. Maybe they're running snail. I don't know. This is berries. This is for sure berries, right? All right, there's the jump. Two berries going over. Okay, and we did get our vanilla two vanilla warriors up here and here. And then here's the speed. So, okay, this isn't bad. And even in this moment, this is actually really good awareness from the speed warrior, because blue queen dove underneath gold queen and took this gate. This is usually where the speed warrior wants to form, because, you know, typically the queens hold this, they don't dive under each other, or if one does dive, they punish and get them, get the kill early. It's a risky move. So yeah, your speed warrior typically wants to get up here. This is usually more contested, but no one from blue team went here. Gold team formed a warrior out. They got a warrior out there safe, and now they're chilling. This is really good and strong for gold, and that's why you kind of have to contest. But in this moment, blue team already decided they're going to run a 2-2. So they're doing what they're like in their right timing, right? They have their speed drone. It's going to get up now. Their safe warrior got up in the timing that it was supposed to get up. So like they're still kind of doing everything right, but when you see the person go to the middle, that was a clear sign that blue team at that moment just said, hey, listen, guys, we can't pop two berries at the beginning. They've got somebody at the middle that's going to get up. They're going to have more warriors than us. We have to change. We need to contest middle at least, right, to delay that. Then, okay, you delay it. If they still win it, you can still put the berry in. Oh, not getting up. We're going to ride some speed snail. Interesting. Okay, well, that dives the queen down a little bit and kind of changes things up a bit. They're actually both running berries, but blue's got 4 now. So, okay, this is interesting. So let's see how we got here. 2 berries in. Abs gets on the wrong side of the hive and dies. So that opens up the hive. Blue checks is kind of keeping the hive keeping people from getting into the hive long enough for that second run of top berries to come in. And I think one berry came in from the, from the back door even. So great timing. Okay. Now they realize, gold realizes, and they're holding. Good kill over the top. Some bottom berries are going in, though. And gold is very much back foot on this. I thought they were going to do a 3-1 snail, but they've actually changed, and they're doing a 3-1 berry, unsuccessfully, I might add, in that the drone keeps getting picked off. That's the third time that gold checks has tried to get up there, and they've got picked off almost, I'd say 2 times or so. So now all the tops are done for blue. This is actually looking really good for blue. They only need 4 or 5 left. So this has been really, really good. Let me go back to see how this queen life ended. Okay, just got caught going underneath the nipple. No huge deal. Big kill from blue speed abs. Just kind of facilitating right now, trying to hunt drones, trying to, keep the position kind of over the left gate, but also recognizing that, hey, listen, they're not really running berries as well as we are. I can come across and get murdered. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. Got a choke laugh going on here. But look at this. There's been such a stall in berries for blue side because the ledges of gold have kind of woken up, and they're like, killing drones low. They're not letting them come around. 3 berries though. Let's see how they pull this. Finally getting a second warrior out. That's good. I see a lot of teams like try to force these berries in. What? Okay. Well, it's crazy. This must have been like a split second turn from Jabin there. I mean, geez, Malloy is dead. I don't understand. That's crazy. Malloy do Malloy things. Anyway, really good pinces, man. And look, this is what I'm talking about. So we had a moment, right, where gold is up. They've got the numbers. It's 2 warriors to 1 warrior, right? It's 1-to-1 right now, but the second one is going to get up at some point soon. I think it's abs in the middle. Yeah. Okay, so abs is getting up in the middle. Now we're on 2-on-1. But look at this. You've got blue stripes over here, right? Blue stripe gets up. Gold stripes allows that to happen. They're here. They could drop down, but they're focusing on the queen right now. So, okay, this warrior forms up. Why is that a problem? Because that's the warrior that facilitates with blue queen the rest of like the decimation of gold team. Look at this. From the moment they get up, boom, 1 kill, down. And then Malloy gets this crazy kill. They almost pinch gold abs. Comes around the outside, resets, boom, gets a double. Just queen and warrior go down. All of a sudden, gold queen's on last life, and the berries are all in. Like, what happened, right? Just disintegrated. Disintegrated. It disintegrated because this formed. And when this formed, it immediately went from an even kind of 2-on-2 situation between those 2 kills that happened to being a 2-on-1. And then, bless abs for trying. They survived for as long as they could, but went back to the same spot, got pinched out eventually. Queen comes up at the wrong time. Everything's just bad, right? So like, it all just went wrong for gold team in that moment. But again, the catalyst was a warrior was able to form off of the right gate when they shouldn't have been. They should have been stopped, but they weren't. So that's how these things happen. They really do get away from you in the smallest, sometimes seemingly infinitesimal, insignificant moments of the game are the ones that turn things around. So sticking to the fundamentals, watching the forums, watching the opens, and making sure that people aren't getting things that they want. If they want a forum over here, don't let them. Great contest in the middle there. A little indecision from gold queen. Able to put blue up in a good position here to get their warriors out. Now they've got 3 to gold's 2. Gold's trying to run the snail with this, and that's not going to work, right? Boom, and they have all the coverage they need to keep that snail moving their way. They're going to get a pinch off of this. Nice, in the tunnel. I mean, just really, really good play from blue right now. Let's see if gold can recover this. Oh, nice. I like the decision-making from gold skulls in that moment. Like, it's like, hey, I'm last warrior in this moment, and if I die, it's a problem. But like, I can't just roll over and die here. Like, I need to impose my will a little bit, and I'm taking advantage of my position. Now, hey, look, one military unit is controlling two military units, right? That are staying put because they really want that snail to move. But this is happening. So what should happen in this moment? Well, you've got these other two warriors that are kind of over here doing something, I guess. I don't know. Nothing really. They're not working together to pinch this out. That's what they probably should be doing. One of them's kind of focusing on the queen, I think, maybe, or forms. The other one just kind of, holding this guy here. This should come over here, sooner and high to try to deal with whatever this is. You want to get this guy out of here. Gets the idea, but comes in from this, like, really wonky, like, low, non-committal area, right? You shoot to this ceiling. You get up here, you move over. That's what you do. You don't do this low South Florida wiggle, right? This low flight pattern to get up there. That's a decision you got to make. So you got to get up there, put pressure, and that little like awareness from Gold Skulls to say, hey, I'm here, I'm watching you two guys, but I also have my side eye watching you over there, Blue Skulls. I'm going to catch you in the moment that you don't think I'm paying attention right now. Bam! And I have my speed, which you don't have it, so I can catch you. Great awareness there. And just continues, okay, gets the bump on the queen, oh my gosh. Continues to kind of put that pressure. Wow, a lot of cycling. I don't understand how Gold Abs is alive, but he is. Great. Good pinch on the right side there between Gold Skulls and Gold Queen. Good disruption from Gold Abs. Buys a little time, right? Get some position, and wow, what a big wipe. That's huge. This is just like tricky business. Like, that's a close kill right here. Just barely misses it. Gets a little tech bump. Catches from behind here, and then this is just beautiful. This is just like, man, wrong place, wrong time for Blue Skulls. But the rise at the top, like the awareness again of this Gold Skulls to catch this Blue Abs, who, like, thinks he's scot-free. Gets up there, boom, catches on the fade away rise. Now Queen lives are equalized, but like Blue is wiped, right? And has good control of the gates. The spread from Gold Team is also pretty good, but the problem is they don't have as much speed. So they have to kind of account for it. But still, though, this is really good. And they're letting their objective do the work, right? Keeping the queen in the box. Oh, she gets out of one box, goes in another. Right? Snail objective is still moving. You have this situation with Abs still kind of like looking around, seeing what's what. Now let me see, why did the Gold Queen died here? Let's see. Probably going for something. Yeah, comes in low. And that's that stacking thing, right? Gold Queen and Gold Stripes are in the same place on the same platform underneath a Blue Queen. Like, no. Let Stripes go down there. The Queen stays high. Stay high and scrape in the ceiling. Always, always, always. I don't even think a drone. Maybe one drone was there, but nothing crazy. Nice collapse on the left side to get that form up and deny. They're going to get two warriors for the price of one. But again, okay. Blue side warriors are still kind of getting out. Wow, Malloy sneaks away. I don't know how he does that. This is good recovery and like good aggression still from Gold though, because like you're on last life, right? But you're still pushing. And these bumps from Gold Abs, oh my god, this is crazy. Gold Abs again. Gold Abs is just going for it now. Like Gold Abs doesn't give a fuck. He's just going for it. It goes again and gets the shoulder bump. Oh my gosh. Queen's not even on last life. Like just going for him. A lot of speed on the map now. A lot of cycling. A lot of movement. A lot of stuff kind of going on. This is good. Oh man, this is crazy. This is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, let's see where we're at. A lot of good stuff happening here. I had to take it back for a second. A lot of cycling. But man, Gold has this crazy advantage, and they lose it. All the gates, for the most part, are Gold right now, right? Doing a great job. Getting these crazy bumps on the Queen. And this is like what happens in reverse. Gold Abs has bumped the queen so many times that like now Gold Abs is getting frustrated at the number of times that Gold Abs has bumped the queen, right? Here's another one, bump. And it's like, why are you not dying? I'm frustrated you're not dying. Now I'm like targeting you. And that's kind of what starts the downfall of Gold team, right? All of these gates in that amount of time have changed from Gold to Blue. And now Blue has their own Speed Warrior up. And now we're in a 2-2, whereas we were in like a 3-1 favoring Gold, and the Snail is going Gold's way. Now the Snail has stopped, and we're even. This addition to the Blue arsenal is keeping the queen in check in a way that the queen does not want to be in check, right? She can't tag gates. If she dives down, that's Speed Warrior. Like, could potentially just get her head cut off. So she's like trying to stay high in this moment. And then you've got on the Gold side for the Warriors, these guys, right? Heavily invested here. They should be more heavily invested here and here. In that this speed should just leave, go contest this. Put this guy in the box, right? And then this should be focusing on this column. Don't let that Snail get past this. This is it. As soon as it peeks out, that's it, right? And you can bait that. You can dive down, go underneath this, come back around, dive down again. Like, you need to see what these guys do. But what's happening instead is there's all of this effort and momentum being put into the queen, right? And then boom, what does it get for us? Just a bunch of confetti. Overcommits. Queen's doing a good job holding this, but then leaves, and that opens up this opportunity where now, bang, that Speed Warrior that was really invested got bumped off the queen like 50 times. Now, you know, is hung around a little bit too long and gets taken out by the other speed that came up. And now all of a sudden, what do we have now? A complete reversal where now Blue has 3 warriors. Their Snail's going the right way. Gold only has 1. But the coverage over the gates, Blue has that where Gold didn't last time. So they're having a hard time getting this form. There's also whatever's happening here, which, like, you're wiped. You need to be trying to help your queen get up at all costs. Queen goes in the tunnel. Both warriors cap, gets pushed, and it's a wrap. So some learnings, right? Some things to consider, some things to think about, some positional things. It's always interesting to me how the games change during the wipes. And you can see that in these graphs, right? Like, you can see the wipe here. I wish it would show you, like, at what points characters died. I mean, it would be just littered with a bunch of drone kills, but, like, at least when the queens died, I'd like to see that. Incidentally, in this one, Blue Queen never dropped her eggs, you know. She was wiped once, but then once that came back, it was fine. Stepped that pressure up. The Gold Warrior chart's really shaky, and then once it got to this point, it was just over, you know. That was just it. So keeping that kind of positional awareness on as you go on in these games is definitely something to consider. You gain positional awareness by 2 things. One, just playing the game a lot and like looking at the game in a strategic, analytical way to not only understand and like just play and have fun and do whatever, but also to understand, you know, which positions have what kind of impact on the game at any given moment, right? Whether that's columning or just holding a space or capping a ledge or literally floating in the middle of 2, you know, like on Dusk map or Night map rather, like floating right above the Snail, holding that whole little middle area. Very important. And then the other way is just communicating with your team on the cab. Tell them what you're doing, tell them what you're thinking, tell them where you're going, tell them what the enemy team's doing, because you never know what anybody else is thinking on your team unless they're talking and telling you what it is, right? Even in like pincer situations where it seems really obvious, like who's going in to make the push? I don't know. In that moment at the end of this game, it's very clear who's making the push. It's the queen. It's very clear who's capping. It's the Speed Warrior, right? And look at the spread. It's very clear who's staying behind to watch this gate, right? Not blue abs, I guess, because he leaves. But all of those things, all that communication, really does factor in to what makes or breaks, a Killer Queen match or set at any given time. So that'll do it for this Check the Tape. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. I know I did. And we'll see you on the next one.